Out with another video, and as you can see from the title and description, everything, we're going to basically get into these high yield staking platforms or projects. There's a lot of different ones out there. These were very popular last year, especially during the bull market and whatnot. Just be careful because you can lose a lot of money, and we're going to get straight into how you can be safe as possible. All right, so what you want to do is you want to get in these projects as soon as possible. So it's always good to follow Twitter. You can always search up projects of staking, like this one right here, MultiStaker. This is one that just launched yesterday. So I'm recording this on the 21st, and on the 20th, about midday Pacific Standard Time, I think that this one dropped, or actually early morning dropped. But anyways, so you'd look at, they're talking about how much they've accrued, I guess, in staking. So 200,000, 300,000, and some. So this one is pretty cool. I like the fact that it's multi-staking, but going on number one, you gotta be early. Number two, sometimes if they're very diversified like this, you can see BNB, you have AVEX and Phantom, and then you have Matic, and then obviously you have BUSD. Sometimes you can get a lot of, maybe one in one's popular, or maybe there's someone staking, AVEX or Phantom or Matic in another platform, and they want to try to do maybe BUSD or BNB. So maybe those three aren't going to be as popular, and that's a big problem, because I'll get straight into it. Like this is 80,000. Okay, so 80,000. I believe yesterday when I checked this out, it was around 140,000. So we've lost, some on there. This is the B scan. So I would suggest to check out how much is a highlight. Actually, sorry, this is how much is in the actual contract. So if this ever gets to zero and you're still staking, your money's gone. Depending, that's rule number 3, how far you go out. So I think this one is 30-day. That's all it is 30 days. So that's kind of cool, where you don't have all these crazy options. So everyone's getting in at 30 days. So in 30 days this can be wiped out once everybody gets profits, or the big whales come in and take all the profits. You gotta be super aware of that. Maybe that's number 4. We'll get into that. But number 3, make sure you lock in for a short period of time. But this one here, it's just a minimum of 30 days. Let me actually show you another one, which is the Matic. This one dropped yesterday. These both dropped the same day, around the same time for me. There's different pools here. So you have a 14-day, 21-day, and 28. I highly recommend you stay in the top tier if you can, or the top 2 if you can, or 1 and 2. Probably, honestly, no. You know what? Because these ones you can unlock, like you can withdraw every day. So if you want to take a little extra risk, because it's kind of like how this is, you can take out, withdraw every day. You can withdraw every day on the top 3, but on the bottom 3 you are locked in, which can be a problem, right? So if we go to the contract address, and there's another thing, this one is just Matic, so you don't have to worry about the multi-staking in BNB and all the other currencies you have. Everyone's in Matic, so how much is how much is being allocated, at least the number of investors in there. When you go to buy, we go to the scan. So let's actually go to the contract. Go to contract. Here you have 150, and it's all allocated to Matic, right? So it's all Matic. You can check out transactions as well. And just be careful on this, because sometimes I did see that these are kind of, I don't know if these are fake accounts or anything, but if you look and you just normally just check it out, I don't know, there's $0 and stuff, or I know it says withdrawal, but it's kind of one of them. I think I was looking at, it was all zeros, and it was withdrawal, but it was 0 Matic being withdrawn. I'm not sure if they're getting errors or how that works, but as you can see, people are investing 500 Matic. That was 29 minutes ago, half hour ago, 2 minutes, 3,000, 19 minutes ago. But you gotta be super aware of the multi-stake places, just because you don't know what people are gonna be in. Because if you're getting in first day, you don't know, and it could be a problem. So I honestly recommend I think it would be a lot safer getting into something like not the Matic Maker, but something where it's just one of the tokens, and you don't have to worry about um, other platforms. But I guess the MultiStaker, they do offer other ones, so maybe it draws more people in. But you never know. That's another thing I just want to talk about. Also, too, when you're staking, I suggest, I would personally go the least amount of time, just in case like these projects don't last that long. Probably at like average maybe a month. So depending on what it is, I would say about a month. Worst case scenario, 2 weeks. So if you're in that 14-day and you can withdraw every day, I would try to do that. But if you're in something like this where you put your money in and you're locked in for 14 days and you can't get it out until the 14 days are up, you're playing against the clock, against big whales. Sometimes people who have done this as like since last year, and people who are doing this consistently, so they have the experience, so they know what they're doing. So I recommend with any project in crypto, do not throw your whole bank account in this thing, because it does look enticing. Like if you were to put in like 500, this one is pretty much a double. Yeah, so if you put in, this one would be basically a double. If you move over here, this one I think is like was it triple? Yeah, about almost a 2x, This one's almost a 2x. But you're putting in more, right? So let's do 3,000. Say you put in 3,000 right there. So this one's almost a 3x. And if you want to be super risky, and some of these projects do last, like some of these projects last at least a month. So if you had 28 days, you're good. But sometimes you don't get the marketing, or you don't get the backing behind it, and these cryptocurrency projects just die, because you need people to keep adding. So basically, when you first invest, you pay your fee, your 10% fees or whatever fees on pretty much all projects, and then you probably get fees when you withdraw, or you get compound depending on what they're doing. Like BNB Staker, you get so let's say you have $100, you're trying to withdraw. So 30% of that, so $30 goes back into the project. You keep 70, but this doesn't just disappear. It goes back into your investment. So if you had $100, you add $100 just to make it even. You withdraw $100, you have $100 in your account. The $30 goes into your $100 actual account that's locked for 30 days. So that becomes 130, and then you take the 70 profit and do whatever you want with it. And then that kind of feeds the project. But I think on the Matic one here, I think you just you kind of just withdraw it, or you kind of just take it out and it's yours. It goes into your wallet. But like I said, be very careful. I know that these are super enticing. You can do this one too, but I think this one's more risky. This one's like, I'll put it. You get the same amount, I think. Yeah, you get the same amount here for 14 days. So make sure you play with the numbers. This is locked for 28 days. Pretty much triple, right? Almost triple from here. So it's like, I wouldn't. I'm sorry, it is triple. So I wouldn't recommend. I mean, depending, because like I said, this is locked for 14 days. But at least if you get in early, first couple days, I think you'll be all right. But you never know with crypto, so everything is a gamble, honestly. But I just want to make this video because I've seen a lot of people like 10% a day, 20% a day, 30% a day, 40% a day, or not 40, but maybe 20. I think the highest was 20, plus compounding interest and whatnot. I would be super, very, very, very deliberate on what I'm getting into. If you get into it quick, look at that contract address, and see how much is being invested in the projects. Let's do Phantom, and see how much money is allocated. This one's 30,000. See, but this launched yesterday. They both did, but like I said, you can kind of see where like all the funds, they're going to Matic, as compared to this. That Phantom didn't have much. Let's see where Matic's at. Oops, let me see. Sorry about that, guys. Don't want to connect. Let's see where Matic's at. Matic should be a little bit higher. Okay. So I think BNB is the highest, but if you put a lot of your money into Phantom, and there's not a lot of people who are so basically, when you put your money in, the next 10 people are actually paying your interest because they're putting into the project. So you'll get your money out first, and then they'll get their money out, obviously, second, third, fourth, fifth. So if that money dries up, it's gone. Plus, I highly recommend when your time comes to the second, make sure you take your profits, because you're not the only one who invested in that time. If you're first in, or an hour in, 2 hours in, whatever, people are already in. And I think on MultiStaker you can see how many people were actually. No, was it this one? Sometimes you can see on the platforms how many people. Yeah, right here. So 472 users are in this. I got in around 200, so I have almost double, more than double the people are at least paying for me to do whatever I'm doing. But this is not financial advice. This is basically advice on do not lose your money. Just be careful. So if you guys like this content, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.